Competitive intelligence. Los define competitive intelligence and explain the purpose of obtaining competitive intelligence. Competitive intelligence, CI, is the systematic and ethical process of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting information about competitors, industry trends, and the external environment to support strategic decision-making. It involves gathering data from public sources, market research, industry reports, and other legitimate channels to understand competitor capabilities, strategies, and potential actions. CI is forward-looking and analytical rather than merely descriptive, transforming raw observations into strategic insight that informs planning and risk management. The primary purpose of competitive intelligence is to enhance strategic awareness and reduce uncertainty in decision-making. By understanding competitors' strengths, weaknesses, likely responses, and market positioning, organizations can anticipate changes in pricing, product development, expansion plans, or mergers. This proactive insight enables better strategic positioning, more informed capital allocation, and improved risk mitigation, strengthening long-term competitive advantage. Competitive intelligence also supports opportunity identification and strategic agility. By monitoring emerging technologies, regulatory shifts, and evolving customer preferences, firms can identify new growth areas before they become mainstream. CI helps management avoid strategic blind spots, respond effectively to threats, and capitalize on emerging opportunities, ensuring that strategy remains aligned with dynamic market conditions. Los explain the differences among intelligence, data, and information. Data consists of raw, unprocessed facts and figures without context or interpretation. Examples include sales numbers, market share statistics, customer demographics, or competitor pricing lists. Data alone does not provide meaning. It represents the basic inputs collected from various sources. While essential for analysis, data must be organized and interpreted before it becomes useful for decision-making. Information results when data is organized, structured, and contextualized. For example, sales data analyzed by region and time period becomes meaningful information about trends or performance patterns. Information provides insight into what is happening, but may not yet explain why it is occurring or what actions should be taken. It supports reporting and monitoring but requires further analysis to guide strategy. Intelligence is the result of analyzing and interpreting information to generate actionable insight. It answers strategic questions such as competitor intent, potential market shifts, or emerging risks. Intelligence is forward-looking and decision-oriented, integrating multiple information sources to support planning. Unlike data or information alone, intelligence directly informs strategic choices and risk management processes. Los explain how gathering competitive intelligence leads to identifying future risks and opportunities. The competitive intelligence process emphasizes continuous environmental scanning and trend monitoring, rather than focusing solely on current conditions. By tracking competitor investments, patent filings, hiring patterns, and market expansion activities, organizations can detect early signals of strategic shifts. This forward-looking analysis allows firms to anticipate competitive moves, emerging technologies, or regulatory changes that may impact future industry dynamics. Effective CI integrates macro-environmental analysis, industry forces assessment, and competitor profiling to identify risks on the horizon, such as substitute technologies, declining demand trends, or potential new entrants. Early recognition enables scenario planning and contingency development, reducing the likelihood of being strategically surprised. Organizations that systematically gather intelligence are better prepared to respond to disruptions before they fully materialize. Competitive intelligence also uncovers emerging opportunities, including underserved market segments, strategic partnerships, or innovation pathways. By interpreting weak signals and connecting disparate trends, management can identify growth possibilities not immediately visible in current performance data. Thus, CI transforms environmental awareness into proactive strategy formulation, ensuring the organization remains adaptive, resilient, and positioned for long-term success. Los identify sources of competitive intelligence. Competitive intelligence can be gathered from publicly available secondary sources, including annual reports, financial statements, investor presentations, regulatory filings, press releases, and corporate websites. Industry publications, trade journals, analyst reports, and government databases also provide insight into market conditions and competitor performance. These sources offer structured, credible information that can be systematically analyzed to detect trends, financial strength, strategic priorities, and operational direction. Market-based and customer-related sources provide valuable intelligence. Feedback from customers, suppliers, distributors, and sales teams can reveal competitor pricing strategies, service quality, and promotional tactics. Trade shows, industry conferences, and product demonstrations allow firms to observe competitor innovations and positioning firsthand. Monitoring social media, online reviews, and digital marketing campaigns also offers real-time insight into brand perception and customer engagement strategies. Internal analysis and professional networks further support intelligence gathering. Employees with industry experience, professional associations, and benchmarking studies can contribute contextual understanding. Patent filings, hiring patterns, job postings, and mergers or acquisitions announcements signal future strategic moves. When combined and analyzed systematically, these diverse sources provide comprehensive and forward-looking competitive intelligence. Low CE. Describe the ethical practice of competitive intelligence and distinguish it from corporate espionage. Ethical competitive intelligence involves the legal and transparent collection and analysis of publicly available or voluntarily shared information. Organizations follow professional codes of conduct, respect confidentiality agreements, and avoid misrepresentation when gathering data. Ethical CI emphasizes integrity, ensuring that information is obtained without deception or violation of laws. This practice protects the organization's reputation and maintains trust with stakeholders, regulators, and industry participants. In contrast, corporate espionage involves illegal or unethical activities such as theft of trade secrets, bribery, hacking, misrepresentation of identity, or inducing employees to breach confidentiality agreements. These actions violate legal standards and ethical norms, exposing organizations to significant legal penalties, reputational damage, and financial loss. Espionage undermines fair competition and may result in criminal prosecution. The key distinction lies in method and intent. Ethical competitive intelligence uses legitimate sources and transparent methods to inform strategic decisions. Corporate espionage relies on deception or unlawful conduct to obtain proprietary information. Organizations must establish clear policies, training programs, and oversight mechanisms to ensure intelligence activities remain compliant with legal and ethical standards. LOS FF. Identify and explain the role of the management accountant in the competitive intelligence process. The management accountant plays a central role in analyzing and interpreting financial data related to competitors and industry trends. By evaluating competitor financial statements, cost structures, pricing strategies, and profitability metrics, management accountants transform raw data into actionable intelligence. Their expertise in financial modeling, variance analysis, and performance measurement enables objective assessment of competitive strengths, weaknesses, and potential strategic moves. Management accountants also support the integration of competitive intelligence into strategic planning, budgeting, and forecasting processes. They assess how competitor behavior or industry changes may impact revenue projections, cost assumptions, capital investments, and risk exposure. Through scenario analysis and sensitivity modeling, they help quantify potential threats and opportunities, ensuring strategic decisions are financially sound and aligned with organizational objectives. Additionally, management accountants contribute to risk management and performance monitoring by linking intelligence insights to key performance indicators, KPIs, and financial controls. They provide ongoing evaluation of market conditions, competitor pricing, and cost pressures, enabling proactive adjustments. By combining analytical rigor with strategic awareness, management accountants strengthen decision quality and enhance the organization's competitive positioning.